Hey everyone, the Collector 27 here, coming at you guys with another awesome review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nota Studio Captain America Broken Shield and Mjolnir set. Let's take a look. Okay, so when you first open the package, these are all the accessories that come in the set. Now before we continue with the rest of this review, I will say I got super lucky, like really lucky. I got this set for about $21 on Mercari. When this set on eBay usually goes for anywhere between $50 to $60, maybe even more. The shield itself goes for about $30, and it goes crazy expensive now from what it used to be. So I really uh, had to pick it up as soon as I saw it go for that price. So anyway, on to what it comes with. First of all, we expected it would come with a broken shield, and it has this very nice metallic paint for the red, the silver, and the blue. If we turn it over, um, the straps are a different type of plastic. They're a little bit more rubbery. They're this black type of leather almost looking material, but it's plastic, which is really cool. The buckles are painted, and it has a lot of really nice detail. Now I know that some of the sets came with a variant or like a special limited edition in which there was a picture of Peggy Carter in the center of the shield. Mine does not have that one, so I mean it would have been cool if it did, but I'm okay with it not having it. It doesn't make a big difference. No one's really going to see it. We're going to have it displayed like this. Next, it comes with a Mjolnir, a single Mjolnir, uh, with silver, and I guess the head of Mjolnir, or the hammer part, is actually interchangeable, so it has that same pegging system as the SH Figure Arts Mjolnir that came with the Thors we got, except this one has this electrified, this blue plastic for like a lightning type of look, which is really cool. It's in this kind of aquamarine color, which is a little strange. Oh, I got it going the wrong way. Let's see, there we go. It's a little bit hard to get into the peg, and I always feel like I'm gonna snap it, and I really hope that doesn't happen because it's really difficult to get into that peg. And even then, when you put it, you can see that the handle is slightly off center. It leans up a little bit more, so I don't know why that is, but it doesn't go all the way. It leaves a little bit of a gap right there, as you can see. But it looks really cool from some angles if you have him holding it like that, and it gives a different option, and options are always cool. So you get stuck in there. I really feel like I think there's starting to be a little bit of stressing on there in the plastic, so I'm probably not going to have it displayed with this one. So let's just put the regular head on there. There we go. Mjolnir looks really good. He comes with these two hands that came in this set. These are made for the SH Figure Arts Avengers Endgame Captain America. They will work on the Final Battle Edition or the original release, and so they just fit on there just because it gives him a set of open hands to hold Mjolnir, which he can. There's two ways you could put it. The hands are very soft and pliable, so you could just fit it in there like that. Or if you really wanted to, I guess you could slide it through, just taking off the head of the hammer and just sliding it through there, however you wish. I unfortunately don't have a Final Battle or Avengers Endgame Captain America SH Figure Arts Edition, so I won't be using these. These are probably going to stay in that box. And then last but not least, the coolest effect, besides the shield, I think is this spinning Mjolnir effect, which looks really good. I think that they really accomplished, the perfect look for this. It has the blue translucent, which is really cool looking. It has multiple Mjolnirs on there. It's all one piece, and each of the Mjolnir, like hammer heads, I guess that's what that would be, are painted really nice, and they feel very sturdy. Actually, it kind of feels like they are separate pieces. Yeah, they kind of wiggle around a little bit, so I guess each of the heads are a separate piece, similar to what we see here, and they're about the same size. The only difference is, I think, the one on the spinning Mjolnir, these hammer pieces are actually just a tad smaller. You can see that. I'm not sure if it's too noticeable, but it's not very noticeable. Like if you're having it on the shelf, it doesn't look too bad. So, flip that over. There we go. So that's all that comes in the set. It's a pretty good set, considering that the original price was about $26, for when this first came out. So I like that it comes with a good amount of accessories. I can't think of anything else that they could have added. Maybe some lightning effects? I don't know. But let's get these on to Captain America. Okay, before we begin putting all of the accessories onto this Captain America, this is the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive. Oh, his shield fell. His shield fell off. Well, I guess we won't be needing that anymore. But um, before we put the new Nota Studio accessories on him and all that good stuff, I will say that this set was actually listed as not made for Marvel Legends, which is kind of interesting considering the fact that I think it works best with Marvel Legends. Um, First of all, let's compare the shields. I do feel like this is a pretty good comparison. You can see that it does look like it would be half of the shield. They're roughly around the same size, which is kind of neat, but also would be too. This would mean this is too large for SH Figuarts. So that's that. Of course, you know, this Captain America did come with Mjolnir of his own under the shield. But I can't seem to find that right now. But I will say this one is definitely smaller. It does fit into his hand. It's a little loose, but you could get some good pictures with it. You can have him holding it this way. Of course, like I said, like I always say in these videos, I'm not working super hard to pose these, so forgive my terrible posing right now. I swear I'm much better when it's on the shelf. But you can also switch out the heads of the hammerhead for Mjolnir with the lightning one. Like I said, I'm not going to do it just because I feel like I'm always stressing the plastic on here. You know, actually, I'm just going to do it anyway. Oh, well. Let's see. I'm just going to push it on there. I might have to shave down a little bit of the plastic that's on this blue lightning affected, you know, Mjolnir to help it slide in there a little bit more. But there we go. You can kind of get an idea of what he would look like. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I like it. All right, so let's have Captain America stand there. Switch these out. There we go. Let's see. And my favorite, obviously, well, before we get into the rest of the accessories, obviously, these hands. Let's see. Let it focus a little bit. These hands look really good. They look like an actual skin tone, which is really cool. But obviously, they're not going to go on the Marvel Legends just because. Oh, drop one of the hands. But just because different peg systems, obviously. So, in saying that, let's get these hands out of the way. We'll put the shield on next. So, one thing I will say is I found easier is you can't slide the shield on his hand this way, just because his fist is too wide to go through the hand strap right here. Obviously, it will fit on this side, I guess, but I don't understand why he would have his shield upside down. Plus, he tends to have his shield on his left arm a lot, if not all the time. But one thing I will say is that's not really a complaint of mine that the hand can't fit through, because even on the Marvel Legends version, where this one is supposedly scaled to Marvel Legends, while this one is supposedly scaled to SH Figuarts, his hand can't go through all the way. It gets stuck right there. So I've had to do the same method on both of the shields. Is I find it easier to pop off the fist, straighten out his arm, put the shield through. Let's see, just kind of got to weave it through, line it up, and then pop the hand. Let's see, pop the hand back on. There we go. And then you could just angle it however you want. And I find that that works a lot better than trying to force it on there. And that looks absolutely amazing. That looks exactly like how he did in the final battle. Obviously, the Marvel Legends one has not been battle damaged like his shield, so that's the only part where it doesn't match. But if you're a customizer or have a custom version of this, you can totally do that. But I think this looks great. And so now that we've seen the other Mjolnirs, or I guess just one, put in his hand, let's see how the spinning one looks, which I have had him on my shelf just because I have had this for a bit now, and I'm just getting around to reviewing it. But that looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that. That is exactly how I picture the final battle. And him being posed with Thanos and Iron Man and Thor, all like, that just looks absolutely amazing and totally takes the figure to a whole different level. So there we go. Now that we've seen all the accessories, I just think it looks absolutely amazing. So in this next slide that we're going to turn to, I'm going to see how these accessories fit on other figures, such as the comic book Thor and some other SH figure arts. Let's take a look. Okay, so like I said, I don't have any other figures that are going to need a broken Captain America shield other than this final battle-looking Captain America from Avengers Endgame. Oops. There you go. Come on, Captain America, stand up. There we go. I thought you said you could do this all day. No, but seriously, here I have the 80 years comic version of Thor, and he is a very tall guy. But, this is obviously the comic version of Mjolnir, shorter handle, looks more like stone. But I guess if you wanted to, you could use this MCU version, which looks super, super tiny. So I don't think there's a point in using that. However, I am very curious, and I'm sure you guys are too. Come on, if I could get this out of his hand. Let's see. To see how that looks. Let's move Captain America out of the way. And that looks pretty good. I actually think that looks really good. Now, this figure is a little bit hard to pose around the head area just because of the fact that his hair is in the way. However, let's see if we could get him in a nice looking pose. It doesn't look terrible. Oh, am I kidding? It looks pretty bad. But that usage of that effect actually looks really cool. Okay, obviously he's a little bit top heavy with his cape and now this effect, but that looks really, really cool. And kind of spins in his hand. Let's see. Spin test. Spin, spin, spin. That looks kind of neat. All right. I think that looks pretty cool. Look at that spinning on the camera. All right. Sorry if I got anyone dizzy, but anyway, that looks really, really cool. I think, this can also be used for some comic book Thor figures. So let's see. Get this figure out of the way. And let's see. The only other... Well, I have a couple other Thor figures, but the only one that I was also curious about was this Avengers Age of Ultron Thor that I've had on my shelf for my Age of Ultron setup. And this is the Mjolnir I was talking about. This is the official SH Figure Arts Bandai Tamashii Nations Mjolnir. Now, I'm not sure. It kind of has, especially on camera, it brings out even more, but almost like this goldish hue to it in a way, like this yellowish silver hue. I don't know if that's because it's aged over time or if that's because that's the way it was before. I don't quite remember. This figure's quite old. Obviously you can tell with the face. This was back when they had that really creepy eye thing going on where that is nightmare fuel right there. All right. Well, we're not reviewing this figure right now, so we'll just try and piece that together. There we go. But I don't know why it's like that. But here's the Nota Studios Mjolnir. One thing I will say is that the Nota Studios Mjolnir, the little handle, like strap right here, is a lot harder and more stiff, while the actual SH Figure Arts one is a little bit more pliable, a little bit more rubbery. But see, look, that just fell off. That's the only downside, is that SH Figure Arts used a round peg and a round hole right there, and so when you put it in, it stays in there pretty well, but it's a little loose and just can come off very, very easily. As for the size, they're pretty similar in size. I actually think the Nota Studio one is slightly bigger, but see how this one is a more metallic silver color, while this one has a little bit of a gold hue to it, which is kind of strange. But at the same time, they're both very, very nice. They both look good. They accomplish what they're supposed to. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? They both look pretty good. So let's see if this old Thor can hold this new Mjolnir. So this is the Nota Studio one. Let's try and get in his hand. Let's see. Come on. The good thing is his hands are overall pretty pliable. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. Look, having a bigger Mjolnir. Yeah, this figure wasn't too bad for its time. And it's still not bad now. I mean, it's a little dusty. But obviously that face sculpt is bad. And I would love to replace it. So, write down in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. Does anyone know where I can get a new head for this old SH Figure Arts Thor? A better looking one? Yeah, please. If so, please tell me down in the comments below. But even right there, that doesn't look too bad with his new Mjolnir. That looks pretty good. And oh, see, this is the issue with this figure. Ugh. Okay, again, I'm not reviewing this figure right now. Let me know if you guys want me to. I know it's an old one, but this plastic cape is absolutely terrible. It just sounds like two slides just banging against each other. I need to get a cloth cape for it, preferably one that's posable. Either make one or find and see if someone sells one. If someone sells one, please let me know down in the comments below if you know someone who sells one. But anyway, let's remove this head part. There we go. See, this is where I guess they did the opposite. Is this is the SH Figure Arts one. The peg is here, the hole is there. While with the Nota Studio one, the hole is in the handle, while the peg is actually on the hammer head portion. So let's see if we can get this lightning effect version on. Let's see. I know it's not on the way, but that looks pretty good as well. Look at that. That looks pretty good. I know there's a gap there, and it bothers me as well, but there we go. If you wanted to conceal the gap a little bit more, pose it to your liking. That looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below if you like the way this one kind of looks. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I'll have this figure now posed with that hammer. Let's see if I could get this headpiece off now. Oh my gosh. Ooh, it's very tight. I always feel like I'm going to break it there. Again, sorry for all the jangling of the pegs. If anything, I'll just take off this cape so you guys don't have to hear all this junk on the back. There we go. That even gives them a little bit more articulation. I think it looks cooler like that too, but I would still like a different cape for it. Anyway, let's see if this figure will now be able to hold this accessory, and it will. Wow, it actually looks pretty good. I mean, his joints are pretty loose, so he's not going to be able to hold it up very tight or anything. Let's see. Get some sort of pose going on. No, I can't hold it very well. I mean, that looks kind of interesting, but again, his arm is way too loose, and this effect piece is way too heavy for him to actually hold it up anymore. If you have it like that, it's going to bend down in some way. So there you go. That looks pretty neat. I think it looks pretty good. So for those of you who are curious, yes, this effect piece will work on a wide variety of figures, whether it's comic or actual, MCU figures. So there we go. That's how those look. Okay, all in all, I give this effect piece from Nota Studio a 10 out of 10. I think it is absolutely amazing. Now, hopefully I will be getting the Manipple Studio version and maybe be able to compare it, just because I know that Manipple Studio is doing a actual die-cast metal shield, both a broken version and a whole version. But I think for now that this one is a very good upgrade and very necessary to be movie accurate on your shelf. It is an upgrade in the fact of the way it looks, the color scheme. This looks like it could be metal, even though it is just a plastic. While this one had a more pinkish hue, the dirt didn't look too bad, and it looked pretty good for what it was. All the scrapes and stuff like that. Good paint applications on here, but the coloring of I almost said pink because it looks pink, but the coloring of what's supposed to be red was supposed to look like this and not like this. And so now I could finally lay this shield to rest, maybe use it for a different Captain America, who knows. But this set is just absolutely amazing. It's, oh my gosh, I keep just geeking out over it. I totally recommend getting this if you're able to get it for a good price. If you have it already, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Even if you don't have it, let's just talk about this set. We'll just talk about some figs. I totally recommend this. I keep spinning that. It's kind of fun to do. Look at that. I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks that's kind of fun? But I think it looks really good. It comes with the additional stone pieces. It comes with the additional, singular Mjolnir, along with the lightning version, and then of course the extra set of hands that I personally won't be using just because I don't have any SH Figure Arts Captain Americas. I mean, I have the one from Age of Ultron, but obviously the peg holes are different, and these will not go on there without modification, but I don't see a need for these to go anywhere. So I'm not going to use these. I'm not going to knock off any points to the set, just due to the fact that it was made for SH Figure Arts, but I think it looks even better on the Marvel Legends. But like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at @the_collector27. That one period is very important. So so you're not following some other Collector 27. But again, make sure you guys comment down below what you think. Let's start a conversation. You know, is this a set that you have? Would you like to pick it up? Are you going to get it? Or do you not like it? Is there a reason you just don't like it? But anyway, also comment down below if you know where I can get the Maniple Studio set. I tried the 16kit.com. They didn't have any. I checked every day. Apparently some people were able to get it. I never saw the pre-order even go up. So I would like to get it, especially to compare these two. But until then, I've seen some listings on eBay. I'm not going to pay $80 for it. That's ridiculous. I'll just wait until it comes out at their like more quote-unquote retail price. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. You know, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with other people. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I like reviewing stuff. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you watched all the way through to the end of this video, comment down below. I'll put a heart on your comment. I'll like it or something. And until next time, peace. Keep collecting.